These ones are alright.
Oh, the bin chairs. They're growing, you don't they?
Dumpster chairs.
Just like moss and mold, these dumpster chairs have grown on us. Thursday Thunder. Hello, Ari. How are you, man? Good. That's good. Good to hear.
How are you?
I'm very, very well, actually. Remember a while back we spoke about, a tunnel and with a distant light at the end. The light is closer. The big stress is over. The next stress begins.
You want to enlighten people?
Yes, why not? So last maybe a month and a half, my wife and I have been trying to sell our house.
Sorry. ASMR.
And it has been just a crazy, hectic, stressful situation or scenario we've gotten ourselves into. You're told, everything goes crazy. Houses are selling on the first open, this, that, and the other. People making crazy offers. We were getting no offers due to our house being on a hill. Well, it's still a hill, right? Like a driveway. It's not the steepest one in the area. You've got some schmutz on your lip there. There you go. Fell off we got a knockback on an offer because of our double carport was not large enough. Our showers were not large enough when they were just standard size showers. And after all said and done, we got our building inspection done.
I'm just looking. Scooch this way is a little bit more. For some reason, I've got this angled really fucking weird.
You like fragmenting or something?
I think I've got it literally angled like that.
It is a slight angle, isn't it? Now I'm looking at it.
That's all right.
So if I go down like that...
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lean back.
Continue on, sorry.
Perfect.
It was really distracting. I think you were half cut off for a little
No.
bit. Yeah.
No, I'm not half cut off.
Okay. No, you're right.
We got... Well, the person who purchased our house, the party who purchased our house, wanted to get a building inspection. As is recommended with everyone. You purchase a home, you want to get a building inspection, see anything wrong with it. The inspector went around our house, and said, there's a crack in the slab. And I'm like, how? How can you possibly tell? So he goes off and sends a message to the people buying the house. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to cost about 30 grand to fix. And then it says that our bathrooms need renovation. There's going to be another $20,000. When it's like there's a cracked tile about yay big in the corner. So I was like, I don't know what's happening anymore. What do building inspectors do? What are they qualified to do?
Well, when I got my old home, the building inspection, there was like 80 pages. And it had everything down to like this thing, the finishing on this was shit. Like it depends on how detailed they go.
Oh, this is like
But that's what you want to pay.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for. You want those details. And like he's probably realistic. Like getting a new bathroom will cost 20 grand, but it's just to modernize it. Like your bathroom doesn't need to be done. But it if you want to modernize it, it's going to cost 20 grand to rip everything out and start fresh.
When you get sent like a photo of a tile literally about that far across, and the crack is on the top
of
it.
You should have seen the photos they took. They take a photo of everything.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
I see
so
that.
that's normal, but I wonder if it was just misinterpreted.
I think so too, because the person called up and was like, what do you mean there's a crack in the slab? So then they sent an engineer out and the guy's like, no, there's nothing. You're fine. So like, oh, thank God. So every single time we go the next step, another wall pops up and you just crawl over that one and you just start again.
You're through it.
Yeah, I know that's the best thing. We're finally through it. It's happening. It's all coming. It's all coming up Millhouse. And now it's just the fun part of packing everything up and moving it.
That's the worst bit.
I know that is the worst bit.
You will realize how much shit you have.
Oh, we know how much. We regularly declutter.
Yeah, people say that. I thought I decluttered, and then you still throw out. Like you'll get like a garbage, like a skip bin of shit.
We did that maybe like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It's
wild.
Oh man, it's hot this room. We should have put the aircon on.
Yeah, it's all right. But that's exciting.
Yeah, it's all well and good. How about yourself, man? Anything interesting happening for yourself? Your health is good?
I don't know. I assume so.
Yeah?
Well, I got no ailments.
Perfect.
Yeah, I have a hip...
Fluids are staying in the body?
Yeah.
Good. All of them?
I have a weird hip pain that I think is residual from like a back injury last year. It's only on the right side. So I don't know about that.
It sounds about the right way.
But yeah, I don't know. It's some form of an impingement. But other than that, I can't complain.
Onwards and upwards. Fantastic. Yeah. We don't have a lot to talk about this week.
Nothing new.
But we do have industry news, best way to put it.
Yeah. I thought about it. We've got some priorities this side. We don't really need them at the moment. But there's a lot of, and people would have probably noticed this, there's a lot of changes happening with price rises, which we've experienced in every aspect.
Yes, of course.
But proteins are about to become quite heavily impacted with quite dramatic price changing. And every time it happens, we get asked like, well, why is it going up? And none of it's in our control. It's just what our buy price is. So we have to put the price up, otherwise we'll go out of business or make a loss on every protein powder we sell.
Which is exactly how you
Which
wanna
is
run a
not
business.
an ideal business practice, is running at a loss. But yeah, so protein powders are going through a big change. And for us, we've actually held off all the changes. They came into effect about 2 weeks ago with a lot of brands. We'll be holding it off until after this weekend, which we'll touch on Super Saturday this weekend as well. So in the next couple of days, this is your best chance to get some protein, maybe stock up on a few, because all the prices are going up by at least 10% pretty much across the board, up to 20. And the reasons for this, dairy pricing has gone through the roof for whey proteins. Australia's got a huge shortage of whey protein. So Fonterra, one of the biggest ones in Australia, or pretty much the only one in this sort of region of the world that distributes commercial quantities of protein, their pricing has gone through the roof due to demand. There's not enough whey to go around. So when there's not enough whey, they put the price up.
Yeah, and I bet people think, well, just produce more whey.
Yep.
But like whey is the byproduct of the cheese making process.
Yes.
So you've got to have the raw product at the end of it, which is cheese, and then you have the byproduct, which is whey. In order for whey prices to diminish, cheese consumption has to essentially...
It's not even just cheese consumption. It's dairy production is the issue. So there's not enough for that. Since COVID, basically dairy production's gone down because people culled back on their production thinking COVID would destroy things. And so then they're catching up from that. And then a few bad years of actual dairy production's another issue as well. And like you said, then eating, like people's dietary changes, and then people aren't producing enough byproduct, and then all those factors. So there's all those sort of things. Touching on everybody else hearing about COVID still, that played a huge role in, that was the first rises in around about 21 that boosted all the pricing of those sort of products. So there's a lot of those sort of things that have just steamrolled that then kind of have impacted pricing. So you're going to find most brands, pretty much every brand is forced to put their pricing up. If they're not, that's kind of an alarm bell of what that product is. So that's kind of a warning of like, if pricing of brands hasn't gone up dramatically, especially some of these bulk brands, it's like, well, it's curious what the source of the actual protein is,
it's
because
just milk.
Yeah, God knows. If it, like a WPI, the pricing of them is extortionate now. So you're going to find that, and it's not just Australian, it's international. International has been impacted even more because of obviously freight getting across the world is a big factor. So there's all those sort of things. So we're going to be putting up all our pricing up, unfortunately, next week.
Yep.
So everything will be going up. So if you want to take advantage, get some proteins before pretty much Monday, Tuesday, because everything will be going up to now what its normal pricing is.
Yeah.
Going forward, what other things you can do to kind of save a bit of money? We'll be having a little bit more focus on, because the average price of, say, a 5 pounder or the 2.2, which is the universal size.
110, 115 bucks.
What?
What, £5?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you said average, right?
Yeah.
Average?
They've never been that. They haven't been that price for 3 years.
I haven't bought a protein.
Okay, don't say that.
100.
So average price now is 130, 140. and then they're going up to around about 150, 160, depending on the brand. So that's average price pretty much across the board. A 1 kilo, round about 69 to 79, depending on the brand again. That's for a whey blend. Isolate's a little bit more on top of that. So that's the standard pricing. I don't know why you don't know the pricing. We sell them out there.
They're not 100. They're like still. I'm talking average across every single brand. I didn't think it was that high.
It's exactly the same pricing
I
of
didn't
everything.
think
The
that
one you're selling out there is 130.
Yeah, but that's still going to on the higher end. I
No,
mean,
that's
again,
the same price as all the rest
there
of
you
them.
go.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like,
Yeah, so that's the average pricing of everything. But that
I
will
was
be
being generous. Holy shit.
yeah. So that's going to be ongoing, that sort of price range. But what you can do to save a bit of money, we've got we'll have a few different options when it comes to a few stacks where you can save some cash, bit of discount on those sort of things. Smaller bags, so like your 2 pounder sort of sizes between every brand. They're going to be your best sort of not value, but obviously cash spend is going to be your best sort of option. And
Cost per serve, we can say.
cost per serve, go the biggest one possible in that. But that's
Done.
It's a huge outlay,
Yeah.
but that is going to be your best value. But these are good options if you don't want to break the bank. You want to get that and a pre-workout. You could probably average it out to around about 120-ish sort of bucks.
Give or take,
depending
yeah.
on
So
brand.
this one here from Super International Protein is...
Don't say the price because it's going up. Yeah, we can't say the pricing. Right now it's $59.95,
So-
but every brand's going up.
Right now.
So don't, when you think of a protein now,
Yeah.
go, this is the price. No,
Plus
every
15%.
brand's going up. It doesn't matter. Every brand has to go up. So, but good options because then that'll last you, you get around about 30 serves out of those sort of bags. If you're taking it once a day, it's a month. You can still get a pre-workout and that's a good option. And then you can rotate flavors a little bit more. But that's every brand. So it doesn't matter which one you go for. Doesn't matter the shop. Like every shop's forced to do this because we all buy from the same places. So everybody's products are going up. And then in one way that you can save some money, take advantage of our Super Saturdays.
Yeah, which would be the last one before the price
Yeah.
rise.
So we're holding off all the price rising until after this Saturday.
So
Or this
currently,
weekend.
until this Monday,
Monday until
Monday, which will be the 3rd of March, this protein will no longer be $59.95.
Potentially.
So if you are looking to save a bit of cash before those price rises,
Take advantage, get 15% off.
definitely do that.
And that's what and we do that once a month, 15% off everything. Take advantage, save some money then, stock up on your proteins and then get your other stuff throughout the month.
That's it.
That's going to be your best sort of options going forward. We also have a bulk buy option that if you spend $350 or more in store and online, you get 15% off anytime. So if you buy a whole month stack in one hit, you'll save a bit of cash. That's going to be hopefully, really the only options at the moment to save a heap going forward until hopefully pricing stabilizes and they then drop it.
Oh,
But
that'll
we'll
be
see.
good. Yeah.
We'll see. Brands, unfortunately, well, not even brands, like manufacturers, unfortunately, don't drop their pricing once they start putting them up. So we'll see what happens. But that's going forward. The other option is try other sources of protein.
Yeah, of course.
So plant-based sources, collagen sources, those sort of mixes, they're not as heavily impacted because they're not using whey.
Whey, of course, yep.
So try them because they're going to be a little bit better bang for buck. Well, not necessarily bang for buck, but they're going to be a little bit cheaper. Still going to give you protein, just a different amino acids. Still going to work the same sort of way.
Yep.
Yeah, way.
Body ain't going to freak out.
No, but they're going to
Vegetable
be an
protein.
option. You can change up your sources of protein, vary it out a little bit. They're going to be your best ways going forward. But really, there's unfortunately nothing much we can do until pricing
Yeah,
stabilizes.
unless we ran at a loss, which can't be done.
Yeah, like we said before, not a great business decision. So we thank you for your support on that. But
course.
yeah, it's one of those things that, unfortunate and annoying thing that businesses in this industry have to deal with.
Yeah. And speaking of price rises, we are not having a price rise this Saturday. It is $4.25, the Super Saturday special at the gym as well. So that is $4.25 for 12 months. And also, if you're looking at direct debit, $30 a fortnight, not locked into any contract. We give you the key tag free of charge, and there's no admin fees, startup fees, or any other fees added on at the end of it. So very, very transparent. We haven't had a price rise in 11 years? 10 years?
13 this year.
13 years. Look at that. And if we're in line with inflation,
Should
Yeah.
put the price up.
oh yeah, But,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. We're doing an inverted Super Saturday.
Yeah.
Everything goes up by
Everything
15%.
goes up by 15%.
Yeah.
We're putting a tariff on
Yeah.
every person who doesn't come into this gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's this weekend. We run it from start of business Friday till close business Saturday.
Yep.
And then at the shop it'll be from 6 p.m. Friday until Sunday midnight.
Yes.
15% off everything.
Keep an eye on your emails because
Yes.
you get some good specials to your emails.
And no codes, everything's done, free shipping, anything over $20.
Yep.
So you buy anything more than just a couple of bars and you save some cash and get it free. Yeah, that's about it. So
That's
it's not a fun one with new shit.
No.
But that's going to be the updates going forward. And if we find any sort of options or some cheaper things, like there's a few different brands that actually
Yeah, we've got a few
good
here that are a
example.
bit more
Source
cost-effective.
7 is a good example of a protein going forward that I think this will be sort of a way that a lot of brands will go forward. Even actually,
Yeah, definitely more of like a blended proteins rather
blends
than your,
like these, unless you're lactose intolerant, will be your best sort of option because they use a variance of protein sources. So rather than relying on just concentrate or isolate as the main sources. They both says 6 and
Seven.
these 7 sources of protein. So it varies the digestive rate, and also varying the protein sources makes, generally speaking, being able to use either cheaper sources of protein, not necessarily worse quality, but just cheaper sources than whey. They're able to keep the price a lot more competitive. So these ones will be one of the best value, even per serve across the board. They're actually not changing pricing. So these two, as far as I know at this stage, will be still $69.95 now and from Monday.
Fantastic.
And even the Rule 1 will be one of the best value blends at $69.95 for the 900 gram and a 5 pounder for $119. So that one's $119.
All right, see?
Yeah. One of the only one at $119.
Well, that's the bottom rung.
Yeah.
See, we got it.
But yeah, those ones. So keep an eye out if you ever get stuck with a protein, or literally you can blatantly ask us what's the cheapest one, and we'll find one for you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's all we've got at the moment. So yeah, stay tuned. If we find any new brands or something changes, we'll keep you updated.
Let you know.
But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
I'm all good. Yep.
It's hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's it. All right. You can come out and talk about Arnold Classic and stuff next week.
We definitely can.
You can do bodybuilding talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.